This is the Microsoft Surface Go, and I've been using it about 3 weeks now, on and off. It's been quite an interesting ride. I was so excited when this device first came out. As you guys know, I talked about it in the other video where I said I was finally excited that there was a very competitively priced Surface device. All the Surface devices before this, very expensive. They didn't make sense. The amount of money you would spend on a Surface, you could have just bought a very good laptop. And that's what most people did. That's why I really feel like the Surface line never took off. The Surface Book's a different story. You know, those were just outright laptops. So that was a little bit different. But the Surface Pro, the Surface, tablet ones, they never really did too well, especially compared to an iPad. So, using this has been a very fun experience, and I really do like this tablet. And I really do like this tablet, if you could call it that. I mean, it's not really a tablet, and I'll talk about that in another video. But so here are the 7 things I love about the Microsoft Surface Go. Number 1, the option to have a full Windows experience. So the Surface Go allows you to have a full Windows experience. It ships with Windows 10s out of the box, but you can easily upgrade it with a few clicks. You don't even have to restart the device, and you get full Windows mode, which allows you to download apps from the internet, do whatever you want, use it as an actual computer with no hindrances. That's pretty cool. I really wish that the iPad had an option like that. You could use it in a like a tablet mode, or you could go to a PC mode, or a full-fledged Mac mode if you wanted to. That's something I would definitely think that would really improve the iPad experience. It really did improve the Surface experience for me, because however you slice it, the tablet experience is good to a certain extent, but if you're really going to get work done, if you want to be productive, you really need that full operating system experience to multitask and quickly get things done, in my experience. For some other people, it might be different, but for me, I really do want a full OS experience when I'm doing intensive work. Number 2, the number of ports on this device. So this device has a ton of ports. It has the headphone jack, USB-C, smart connector, another smart connector down here, and an SD card slot right over here. It's amazing that, in just a budget tablet, for a $400 tablet, there's so many options to connect things here. The USB-C port is like a full standard USB port. You can connect a mouse, you can connect data devices, you can connect anything. You can, in fact, even, use this to charge, which is, I'll talk about that next. But it's just so cool that you can use so many different plugins on this one device. The iPad doesn't allow you to do that. The only thing you get is a headphone jack and that Lightning port. And the Lightning port, there is that smart connector as well on the iPad Pro for the keyboard, but I mean, there's only one more port there. So, and that port really doesn't allow you to do much except charge the device and charge up an Apple Pencil maybe. So definitely cool to have a full-sized USB-C in here to make things work. Number 3, flexibility with charging. So as I said, you can charge this device with USB-C, but they also give you the smart connector port that's supposed to be the charger. So out of the box, you do get the charger with this pin, that smart connector, but you can charge it with USB-C as well. I really found that very helpful because I didn't want to use so many different devices. I have a MacBook, so I just used the MacBook's USB-C to charge this up, and it charges up perfectly. I did try to use a cell phone charger, so I tried to use the charger from a Pixel, a Google Pixel, and it did not work. You do need a high-powered USB-C charger to make it work, but the fact that you could just makes it a lot easier. It makes it less annoying to have cables with you, and when you're traveling, definitely a bonus to have flexibility of both of these ports. Number 4, price. So maxed out, this device, when you get the highest variant with the best keyboard, the Alcantara one, all that costs $678 before taxes. And that's the one that gives you the 128 gigs of storage, the one with 8 gigs of RAM, and all the goodies. So very impressive that they can hit that kind of a number with that, just that price point. The iPad Pro, just comparing the base iPad Pro with a keyboard cover, costs $809 before any taxes. So that's going to be a different video where I talk about these two comparatively, but just to give you a frame of reference, the cheapest iPad Pro combination you can get with a keyboard is $100 and some more expensive than this is maxed out. So definitely something to keep in mind. Number 5, the kickstand. So one of the best things about this is the kickstand, and one of the things I hate the most about the iPad is that it's such a large device, and you're obviously going to prop it up in some way to look at it. You can't hold it consistently like this. you need something that will allow you to place it on a table or a surface where you can use it. And this kickstand has been on Surface devices from the beginning, and I love it. It's so cool. It's so useful. It allows you to work. It's just the flexibility is great. It goes all the way back, and it's adjustable. It doesn't move. It stays exactly where you leave it. The hinge is really nice. It folds flat. So if you don't want to use it, you never have to. But just having it there makes it so much more helpful. Every iPad I've had, I had to get a case that allowed me to use, prop it up in a certain way. There's just no way for you to use an iPad without a case. And you can use this without a case if you wanted, and that really makes it special. I really like the kickstand, and I wish that the iPad had something similar. Number 6, this isn't particularly about the device, but I think I have to mention it, the keyboard add-on. So this keyboard that comes separately with the Surface Go is amazing. It's just really good. It's so simple to put onto the device. That's it. It's on. It's magnetic, so you can easily take it off as well. So just put it on and take it off, put it on, take it off. It's just really, really cool. It comes with a full keyboard, it's not a little tiny one. It is tiny, it is a 10-inch key, it is confined into that 10-inch space, but you have to remember that it's really got a lot of things in it. It's also got the trackpad, which I think is the most useful feature. Having a trackpad really makes guiding through the interface a lot nicer. The keyboard is clicky, the feel is good, and the touchpad, it's not the world's greatest, but it does get the job done. It's not bad by any means, but definitely, it is, you have to remember that it is a tablet at the end of the day. So a very nice keyboard and trackpad. I really like this, especially comparing it to the iPad Pro's, the Apple's own keyboard. It's just not there. The rubberized keys never really hit well with me. I don't like that it doesn't have a trackpad or some kind of additional feature. I would just really personally use the iPad without that keyboard cover, because you can. And the touchscreen interface is just a lot nicer in my opinion on that. So definitely a plus point for the Surface Go is that really, really nice keyboard. That's something I think Microsoft nailed from day one. And I just like seeing this, and I really wish that the iPad had something like this. Number 7, last and final one. I love the cameras on this. So the cameras front and back are just amazing. They hit way above their league. In fact, they are better than the ones that come on $3,000 15-inch MacBook Pros, and it's just amazing to see that Microsoft, while being on a budget, sure, they cut back in some places, but the camera wasn't somewhere where they cut back, and that's really good, especially because tablets are used a lot for video calls. I use my iPad personally the most for FaceTime over anything else, and having that camera, oh my God, it's excellent. That's something I really wish that more people would particularly Apple would focus on. They really need to get their camera game up there, especially the front one, and the Surface really nails it on that one. And just to wrap things up, some honorable mentions. The speakers, they're dual speakers, they're decent. They're nothing to brag about, especially compared to the iPad Pro, but they're good and they get the job done. The display, pretty decent, nothing really to complain about it. It's not as high quality as the iPad's display, but it's not low quality in any way. For $400, I really can't ask for much. The $330 iPad compared to this is really bad. So this display is definitely comparable more to the Pro than the cheaper iPad. So that's a good thing for it. But again, as I said, it's not really a great thing, so that's why it's not on this list. But the device overall is just really good, and I think that Microsoft did a lot of things right with this one. Let me know what you guys think about the Surface Go. For me, it's been a good device. I will talk about some of the negative points in the next video, but for this one, this was just all about it, and I really like it, and I look forward to using this a little bit more to get to feel it and all that stuff. So let me know if you guys have any more questions about the Surface Go, and let me know if you guys have one, what your experience was with it, and if you've had any Surface products in the past, what was your experience with those? Let me know down in the comments below or on social media. And on that note, do follow me on social media as well. I have all the links down in the description below. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.